It's all ready to go?
Just getting started.
And we're doing a real job on rare earth and many other things. Perhaps I could ask John to say a few words and then we'll exchange papers, but just how are we doing on your naval purchases and all of the submarines that we're working on with Australia? How's that going?
Thank you, Mr. President. Obviously, Australia is a very important ally of ours in the Indo-Pacific and in every battle. They've fought with us since World War I and have always been side by side. The facility that they're building, Surf West, is critical and very important to our ability to project power in the Indo-Pacific and work with our allies. So we're working very closely. I think what we're really trying to do is take the original AUKUS framework and improve it for all three parties and make it better and clarify some of the ambiguity that was in the prior agreement. So it should be a win-win for everybody, sir.
And the submarines that we're building for Australia are starting to really move along, right? The process is getting very exciting, isn't it?
We're getting better.
That's good. Very good.
It's going to be great.
Thank you very much. Maybe we'll hold this up. Okay.
Here we go.
Thank you very much.
Mr. President.
Thank you.
The AUKUS submarine pact, the AUKUS defence pact that the Prime Minister just mentioned, it is a critical issue for Australia.
Yes.
You haven't really spoken much about it publicly. It was a deal that was done under Joe Biden to sell submarines to Australia at a time when you're not really making enough for your own needs. So can you tell us, have you gotten across the details of the deal? Do you support it, and will you honour it?
It was made a while ago, and nobody did anything about it, and it was going too slowly. We do actually have a lot of submarines. We have the best submarines in the world, anywhere in the world, and we're building a few more currently under construction. And now we're starting, we have it all set. With Anthony, we've worked on this long and hard, and we're starting that process right now, and I think it's really moving along very rapidly, very well.
But if the rate of submarine production doesn't continue, how can you guarantee Australia will get the boats?
Oh, it's getting, oh no, they're getting.
Mr. President. At least 32 people have been killed in those.
Excuse me, you're next.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
China's bad behavior has really only gotten worse since the AUKUS partnership was formed. With that in mind, is the door open for Australia to get additional nuclear-powered submarines or other military capabilities not already in the deal?
I think China's been very respectful of us. They're paying tremendous amounts of money to us as in the form of tariffs. As you know, they're paying 55%. That's a lot of money. They never were paying anything over years and years and years. But they were like anybody else. A lot of countries took advantage of the U.S. They're not taking advantage anymore. No, China's paying 55% and a potential.
자, 됐죠. 리방입니다. 리하. 손인 수현님 리하.
I'm meeting with President Xi. We have a very good relationship. We're going to be meeting in South Korea in a couple of weeks. And we'll see what we can do.
클릭 안 돼, 이거.
We have a very good relationship with China, but you know, it's been probably a little bit like your relationship with China. They try and take advantage, but most countries do. I mean, like you say, the European Union took advantage, but not anymore. We worked out a very fair trade deal. Japan, we worked out a very fair deal. South Korea, where I'll be meeting President Xi, we worked out a very fair deal. And I expect we'll probably work out a very fair deal with President Xi of China. So most of you will be with us. It's going to be very exciting, and I think we're going to work out something that's good for both countries.
눌러요. 303. 위에서 반응.
Well, we are doing that. Yeah, we're doing that. We have them moving very, very quickly.
Mr. President, I don't think you've ever been to Australia. Have you thought about coming to Australia and trying out some of the golf courses?
I would, and I actually have been to Australia, and I did play one of your great golf courses. Have 3 golf courses there, but I have been to Australia actually. And, oh, I would. In fact, I've been invited to go, and I'll have to give it serious consideration because it's a real cost.
345.
He did.
And perhaps we could time it, must be said, with the President's Cup that Australia hosts.
사카모토님 무슨 양자 행사요? 양자컴 행사 하고 있습니까?
Mr. President.
Please, in the back, please. Yeah, in the back.
Yeah, Mr. President, the Prime Minister mentioned that there's a trade imbalance that's very heavily in America's favour. Why does America slap such heavy tariffs on a friend and ally?
Well, we don't. Yeah. Well, we do in some cases. We do in many cases because we've been treated unfairly. But actually, the tariffs are very light. The one thing is you buy a lot of airplanes, so that helps because you buy a lot of the beautiful Boeings, the best of the Boeings. Boeing, and by the way, Boeing is really doing well. They have lots of orders, and they're really doing a great job. They make a great plane. But Australia, because of its location, which is great, but one of the things dictated by that location is you have to order a lot of airplanes. So I guess we have that advantage. They need a lot of airplanes in Australia, and that gives us a little bit of an
Mr. President, the Secretary of War, Pete Hegseth, in his Shangri-La speech in, I think it was May, warned about the potential likelihood or threat of President Xi ordering an invasion of Taiwan. 2027 is also the year that fleet-based West is supposed to start rotating those US and UK submarines. Do you see AUKUS as a deterrent for China in the Indo-Pacific?
Yeah, I do. I think it is, but I don't think we're going to need it. I think we'll be just fine with China. China doesn't want to do that. First of all, the United States is the strongest military power in the world by far. It's not even close. Not even close. We have the best equipment. We have the best of everything. Nobody's going to mess with that. And I don't see that at all with President Xi. I think we're going to get along very well as it pertains to Taiwan. And that doesn't mean it's not the apple of his eye, because probably it is.
98까지
I don't
눌렀네요.
see anything happening. We have a very good trade
96까지
relationship.
누르겠네요.
I think when we leave South Korea, it could be wrong, but I think we'll end up with a very strong trade deal. Both of us will be happy. I don't see that happening. No.
The trade surplus that the US enjoys with Australia, would you consider lifting the tariffs that you've imposed on Australia? And can you give us any details about the critical?
Yeah, well, the tariffs have been
96.75 대기하면
tariffs
98에서
have
한다.
been,
어우,
one
저기까지
of the
갔네.
reasons that I was able to settle almost all of the, I've settled 8 wars in 8 months. Not bad. I have one more to go. It's Russia, Ukraine, and I think we'll get there. But it's turned out to be.
합의 안 되면 157%죠. 157%.
Truly hate each other. You can't have.
100과 추구하는
They hate each
현재
other beyond
57%.
all else, and it makes it actually a little bit
펜타닐이랑
difficult, but,
펜타닐 관세 앞에서.
we tried, of the 8 deals, I would say because of tariffs, 4 or 5 of them were settled. It's an amazing thing. The power of tariffs.
그거 뭐
in terms of
협상을
our
위한
but tariffs
덮박이죠,
are always
그냥.
used against us. We never use them against anyone
실제로
else. And
그렇게
now
반세
you have a
때리면 뭐
precedent that for
너 죽고 나
national
죽지 않는데.
security reasons and other reasons is using them, and we've become a very rich nation again and a very secure nation again. But we've also become a nation that used that power of tariffs and the power of trade to settle 5 of the 8 wars that I settled.
근데 그런 얘기는 안 했어요. 그런 얘기는 좀 피해서 뭐 잘 되고 있다. 그 얘기만.
Probably hasn't been outside of the 2 countries involved, or however many are at war. I don't think there's ever been an outside country that settled the war, period. So I settled 8 in 8 months. I'm proud of that. Now, in the meantime, I'm running a country that's right now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. We were dead. A year and a half ago, we were a dead country. Now we're the hottest country in the world, economically and otherwise. So, but I will say this: Australia pays very low tariffs, very, very low tariffs. In fact, Australia pays among the lowest tariffs. Go ahead.
There's been concern in Australia that it's taken 9 months to get this meeting. Have you had any concerns with this administration that stands on Palestine, climate change, or even the things the ambassador said about you in the past, the Australian ambassador?
I don't know anything about him. And if you say bad, then maybe he'll like to apologize. I really don't know. Did an ambassador say something bad? Don't tell me that. Where is he? Is he still working for you?
Yeah.
You said bad?
Before I took this position, Mr. President,
I don't like you either. And I probably never will. Go ahead. No, you what? Go ahead. Behind you.
Mr. President, your Secretary of
96.75 대기하면 98에서 또 저만큼 가네. 어우. 이하고
Well, he'll
올리면.
get that taken care of. These are just minor details that he'll take care of.
자, 1시
Get that taken care of, right? there shouldn't be any more clarifications because we're just going now full steam ahead building. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Are you now satisfied with Australia's defence investment, or do you want Australia to?
양봉 도지로 끝날 것 같아요. 315 위에서 끝나면.
They're building magnificent holding pads for the submarines. It's going to be expensive too. You wouldn't believe the level of complexity, right, and how expensive it is. They're building tremendous docking because they have a lot of ships.
갑자기
a lot
민다.
of things happening.
15초
I think their military has been very strong, very, very strong.
연봉 양봉 315.
Mr. President, on the war that you have solved yet, the Ukraine-Russia situation, have you?
네, 양봉. 가까스로 양봉 만들면서
Just a few weeks ago at UNDA, you said that
저점이 89.25죠.
Well, they could. They could still win it. I don't think they will, but they could still win it. I never said they would win it. I said they could win. Anything can happen. You know, war is a very strange thing. A lot of bad things happen, a lot of good things happen. If you look at the Middle East, I would say prior to us hitting Iran so hard, we could have never made that deal because you would have had a dark cloud over the Middle East when we took out their nuclear capability, which was one of the great military maneuvers of all time. It was flawless. You saw that.
8까지 와서
Those
반대.
magnificent B-2s. I mean, that was a flawless move that was done by some very talented people headed up by everybody else.
손절은 89간이고 밑에서.
We did a great job, and when that happened, everything was different, and we were able to get a deal. If we didn't do that, if it wasn't, they wanted to do that for 22 years, Mr. Prime Minister. For 22 years, I had the pilots here, the B-2 pilots, and they came to the Oval Office, and I thought they deserved it. They flew 37 hours back and forth. We had 52 tankers up there. We had a lot of planes up there with them, but they were the primary plane. But we had a lot of planes, F-22s and F-35s and F-16. We had a lot of planes, but we had 52 tankers. Can you believe that? And it was just like a flawless mission. And when it was finished, the Middle East just opened up, amazing. And they wanted to do it for 22 years. The pilots came up to me. They said, you know, for 22 years we practiced this maneuver. 3 times a year for 22 years, our predecessors and us. These are now young pilots, you know, but they're older now. Predecessors practiced it, and they said we never had a president that would let us do it, but I let them do it, and it totally opened up the Middle East. It took the cloud over the, we had a dark cloud over the Middle East, and now it's all. I mean, we have a little situation relatively with Hamas, and that will be taken care of very quickly if they don't straighten it out themselves, because they're in violation of their agreement.
자, 중동 지역 얘기 끝났고.
In the world that processes rare earth minerals. Could there be an agreement? China has 90% of the processing. Could there be an agreement over processing rare earth minerals with Australia?
Sure, that's what we're doing.
자, 히터리 얘기 꺼내고.
Go ahead, please.
자, 대만 얘기.
Well, I'm not going to talk about that. What I'll talk about, you and I will have that discussion in a couple of weeks when I'm in South Korea with President Xi. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. I assume that's going to be one of the things, but I'm not going to talk about that now. Yeah, please go ahead.
나중에 얘기하겠지만 아직은 뭐 대만 얘기든 뭐든 지금 안 하고 있다 그 얘기.
A lot of steps, and right now it's in the hands of others. You know, we have 59 countries that agreed to the deal. We have a peace in the Middle East for the first time ever.
대만 침공 안 할 것이면 미국의 군사력 강화가.
You know, they're going to be very good.
그런 얘기 했어요. 언제 했어요?
They're going to be nice, and if they're not, we're going to go and we're going to.
방금 전에 얘기는 대만에 관한 뭐 얘기 안 하고 있다 그랬어.
So they went in, and I don't believe it was the leadership.
어쨌든 현재까지 뭐 안 좋은 얘기는 막 피하고 있는 것 같아.
So they killed some people, you know, pretty a lot of people. But this is a violent group. You know, you probably noticed over the last 100 years, this is a very violent group of people. And they got very rambunctious, and they did things that they shouldn't be doing. And if they keep doing it, then we're going to go in and straighten it out, and it'll happen very quickly and pretty violently, unfortunately.
Yeah, just following up on that question, when you say we are going to eradicate Hamas, who is we? Does that include American boots on the ground?
No, it won't be on the ground at all. We don't need to, because we have many countries, as you know, signed on to this deal. The way I view it, 59 countries, and unanimous. There's never been, nobody ever believed us. Countries that 4 months ago didn't like each other, and now they're all aligned together. I mean, we've had countries calling me when they saw some of the killing with Hamas, saying we'd love to go in and take care of the situation ourselves. In addition, you have Israel would go in 2 minutes if I asked them to go. I could tell them, go in and take care of it. But right now, we haven't said that. We're going to give it a little chance, and hopefully there will be a little less violence. But right now, you know, they're violent people. Hamas has been very violent. But they don't have the backing of Iran anymore. They don't have the backing of really anybody anymore. They have to be good. And if they're not good, they'll be eradicated.
Could the Prime Minister weigh in on more on the processing?
Yeah.
Can Australia expand the process?
Yeah.
Of Earth?
Absolutely we can, and we have the capacity to do so. And part of this deal is very specific, $8.5 billion pipeline. There will be $1 billion contributed from Australia and the United States over the next 6 months.
그래서 그랬죠. 그 문제는 지금 논의하지 않겠다. 나중에 한국에서 시진핑 만나서.
Ones that are joint activities between Australia and the United States, such as Alcoa. Secondly is projects that will be US investment, that the US will undertake in Australia, including processing, and then ones that Australia will undertake, some as well. One of them is Australia, the US and Japan as well. So what we're trying to do here is to take the opportunities which are there. Australia has had a view for some time, a bit similar to putting America first. Our plan's called A Future Made in Australia, which is about not just digging things up and exporting them, but how do we make sure that we have across the supply chains with our friends being able to benefit, seize those opportunities. So we certainly see part of what this is about isn't just digging things up, it's also about processing, including the joint ventures between Australia and the United States.
How can the US and Australia really compete with China? Aren't we decades behind in terms of development?
No, you've been reading the wrong newspapers. We're not taking. We are way ahead of China militarily, the United States. We're way ahead of them in every form of military, other than they're building a lot of ships, and we'll have that started. We'll be catching them on that. But we will, when it comes to
지금 얘기하고 있는데요. 미국의 군사력이 중국을 훨씬 앞서고 있고.
AI. The big thing is AI. They're building more plants in this country than anybody ever imagined. We're going to have over $20 trillion of investment for this year. The most we ever had was a tiny fraction of that. As an example, Biden, who's the worst president in the history of our country by far, by the way, but
AI에다가 20조 달러를 투자를 하고 있습니다. 20조.
18 trillion. No country in history has ever done that.
어떤 나라도 이렇게 투자할 수 없다. AI에 대해서.
Militarily, from the standpoint of the sophisticated weapons, we have weapons that a lot of people don't even know about it. I got them started 4 years ago. I rebuilt the military 4 years ago. Fortunately, because Biden didn't do anything but give a piece of it away to Afghanistan. Fortunately, as much as it sounded like it was a small part of what I built, but the Afghanistan giveaway was one of the worst. That was probably the most embarrassing day in the period in the history of our country. But we have the greatest military, we have the best equipment, we have the best manufacturers of equipment, we have the best weapons. When you look at our weapons, I've been talking a lot about our weapons, everybody wants our weapons. But it's great to be working with Anthony, it's great to be working with the people of Australia, because they also, I mean, it's a smaller country, but you have done a fantastic job in weaponry and the kind of things. So we do a lot of joint work together. Our militaries work very, very closely together. We've been really an amazing ally when you think of it, right? There's never been any games. We're strongly committed, and they're strongly committed. There are some games with other countries, but there haven't been games with Australia. Where do you come from? Who are you with?
Sydney Morning Herald.
Nasty guy, go ahead.
Go
ahead.
on your two Australian prime ministers, Scott Morrison and Turnbull, you might remember, they were from same side of politics as you, Mr. Albanese.
Nasty guy래.
Can you tell us a bit more about how
짜증나는 인간. 냄새나고 지저분한 더러운 인간.
The man on my right has a big advantage. You know that, right? But I think he's doing a really good job, and we've had a very good relationship. I don't want to compare one with the other, but I'll tell you, this one is, they really have a great prime minister.
누구랑 같이 일하고 있냐고 왜 이름 댔더니 그 네스티가 시작한 인간. 계속해봐.
President Putin on Thursday, did you discuss his ongoing attacks on civilian areas in Ukraine?
Yeah.
Did you talk? You say cut it out. You say show
Yeah.
an article of good faith.
I did. But as you know, most of the people dying are soldiers. The soldiers that are dying in Russia and Ukraine is unbelievable. 5,000 to 7,000 a week. Can you believe it? And I look at that and I say it's pretty amazing.
일주일에 5,000에서 7,000명이 죽는다고. 러시아, 우크라이나에서. 그렇게 많이 죽어요.
Human lives, but the big number of human lives is soldiers that are being killed on the battlefield. Anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000, sometimes more than that every single week. It's not even believable. It's a bloodbath. It's the worst since the Second World War. The worst number of
2차 대전 이후 최고 많이 사상자를 내고 있는 러우전쟁.
The weapons that they get, the NATO is paying us for the weapons, as you know. It doesn't affect, I guess you could say that's a positive thing they pay us, but I'm not interested in that. I did straighten it out. Biden gave them $350 billion. Can you believe it? And all they do is get deeper in. It's a shame. Give them $350
바이든이 어마어마한 돈을 원조를 해줬는데.
That's a war that would have never happened if I were president. But we do speak about that. I speak about all of the lives, but I do speak about the civilian lives.
The USA has done such an amazing job on Ukrainian children who were abducted by Russia. Would you support Senator Lindsey Graham's bill to declare Russia a terrorist state? And you have within your power the most powerful man on earth. Why don't you just enable Ukraine to finish this war tomorrow?
94.7로 지금 대기하고 있는 자리에 체결하고 조금 들어올리면 짤목해야 될 것 같아요. 모르겠네요. 와장창 무너질 수도 있다. 차트가. 슈팅이 나올 수도 있겠지만 행보를 너무 오래 했어요.
I love his haircut.
I'm going to try that. No, I love it. 헤어스타일 멋있다고 나도 저렇게 트라이해보고 싶다. 돌았네 정말.
They have launched attacks on Australian companies, primarily Linus Ratlands. What will happen to China if they don't play fair with this?
So, it's a very interesting question. We have a tremendous power, and it's the power of tariff. And I think that China will come to the table.
관세 관련은 아주 tremendous power, 아주 엄청난 힘을 가지고 있다. 헤어컷 헤어스타일 좋다고 하니까 카메라에서 지금 비춰주고 있어 저 기자. 저렇게 해보고 싶다. 아이돌 스타일 트럼프.
Biden left it, but he didn't enforce it.
카메라가 보여서 비춰줬어요.
Almost everything, and so he left the
저 뭐
tariffs, but he
무슨 컷? 샤기 컷이라고 하나? 뭐 어쨌든.
And because he didn't know what the hell he was doing, so now the tariffs are much higher in China than they were before, and they're high on other countries depending on whether or not we like that country or we get along, and that's for national security purposes. So I made deals with Japan, I made deals with the European Union, or the whole of Europe practically, but the European Union. made deals with a lot of different people. We have a very fair deal for, I will say, Australia's paying a low number. They do have, I'll change it, we have a little bit of an advantage in that when I told you, the advantage we have is airplanes. We sell a lot of airplanes to them and they need them. It's a very vibrant place and people go in and out, and I look forward to going there myself. And I think it's unlikely I'll be taking the ship. That's a long journey. But China has treated us with great respect. Now, in the past, they didn't treat other presidents with great respect.
전세 2% 더 얹어서 얘기를 한다고.
Even trillions of dollars out of the country, and they would spend it and build their military. Now they're treating us with great respect. Now we'll see what happens. I said, if we don't make a deal, I'm putting on an additional 100% on November 1st. I think we'll make a deal. They threatened us with rare earths, and I threatened them with tariffs, but I could also threaten them with many other things, like airplanes. You know about airplanes. They can't get parts for their airplanes. We build their airplanes. We do a great job. They're largely Boeings, and we could stop the parts. We did stop the parts, actually, when they did the initial threat. That's a big, they closed down over 400 of their airplanes, but we don't want to do that. But we have a much simpler thing. If we don't make a deal, we'll charge them a very substantial tariff. And they'll be paying us hundreds of billions of dollars a year, which they're basically paying right now. We had presidents that allowed China and other countries.
96.25. 네, 96.25 대기하고 있다가
I love my relationship with President Xi. We have a great relationship. I believe that
94 이렇게.
South Korea will be there together. We thought that would be a good place to meet.
대기하고 있는 자리에 바꿨는데 96.75 냅뒀어야 되는데. 96.25에서 반등 중인데.
And I'll be doing that sometime fairly early next year. We have it sort of set, but I think we're going to have a very good relationship with China.
96.25. 그냥 대나라 그 아까 96.75. 또 쫓아가네 그러면. 이거 다 취소하고. 여태 기다렸는데.
They will not be able to do any business with us. At a certain point, if they pay enough tariffs, it's almost like saying we don't want to do business with you.
96.25에서 방금 96.75 체결됐으면 룰루랄라네요. 뭐야 309.75 그게 답니까?
I don't know that they even make it. I really do. I believe that they're in big trouble, and I don't want them to be in big trouble. I want them to do great. I want them to thrive, but we have to thrive together. It's a two-way street.
310 이상 가져야 되는데.
Our meetings, and it's going to be a big deal. Look, I'm meeting with a lot of other countries, but this seems to be the one that people are very interested in. I think when we finish our meetings in South Korea, China and I will have a really fair and really great trade deal together. I want them to buy soybeans. They stopped buying our soybeans because they thought that was punishment. And it is punishment to our farmers, but we're not going to allow that to happen because I made a great trade deal with China, a $50 billion trade deal, and they were great about it. They were doing everything that they were supposed to do. And then when Biden came in, you know, I used to call President Xi all the time to say, thank you, or you're not buying enough. In other words, they were supposed to buy. Biden, do you think Biden ever called him? I don't think Biden ever called him. Do you think Biden lied awake at night thinking about...
나중에 사주겠죠, 대두.
Who's an incompetent president. We had an incompetent president, but you don't have that anymore.
대도 안
So I think
사준다고.
we're going to end up having a fantastic deal with China. It's going to be a great trade deal. It's going to be fantastic for both countries.
312위로 못 들어올리나
It's
보다.
going to be fantastic for the entire world. Thank you very much.
자, 기자회견은 끝났나 봐요, 그렇죠?
Keep going. Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
오우씨. 끝났어요. 1시 19분, 1시 20분. 아, 296.25에서 반등이 96.75 계속 대놨다가 살짝 2% 낮춰서 94.75. 그랬더니 96.25에서 가네. 바이든 언급해야죠. 민주당 까야지. 모든 게 트럼프는 이제 내년 중간 선거를 의식하면서 지금 이것저것 하는 거니까. 뭐 어쨌든 중국에 대해서 다 좋은 얘기 했고, 로우 전쟁은 어떻게 될지 모르겠고, 중동 지역은 뭐 그냥 종결 지으려고 그런 단계인 것 같고. 자, 1시 20분이었죠. 잠시요.
I'm not that easy to tame. You should see me under these lights. All my fears turn to fire. That's the sweetest escape. Every time the beat comes alive, I might burn through the night. Bet you get it now. Oh, and that didn't I? Don't get it twisted. Know who's in charge. Think you're running that? Guess we're taking back. You know I walk it. Yeah, talk it, close your eyes, count to 3, burn it. Burn it. Burn it. と現実のボーダーライン君と踊る just tonight every line of you in binary まるでポエトリーのように伸ばした手は届くかな or just the air surrounding me hold me in this digital starlight ain't I love but it feels so right 果てしない wave no data see you're my only sound my only life falling I'm falling into you can't just you
행보가 계속 이어지고 있네요. 와, 징글징글하다. 11시 지금 요 캔들이 39분, 40분 지금까지 거의 2시간 가까이 이 자리에서 행보. 오, 징그럽습니다. 오늘 발표 예정이었던 컨퍼런스 보드 경기선행지수 없어졌어요. 지표 이코노미 캘린더에서조차 없어졌어요. 기업 재고, 소매 재고 내일로 연기 8시 반. 컨퍼런스 보드 경기 선행지수 일정 자체가 없어져 버렸어. 오늘 발표도 안 했고요. 라라라라라라.
Empty streets I walk alone. Rain is harder on this broken phone. Voices echo through the static cold, but none of them sound like home. Every mile feels the same. Fighting shadows, fighting names. Even when I lose, can't tell which road leads back to you. Lonely roads, they call my name. Through the dark, I feel the flame. Every step, I'm breaking chains, but I still hear you in the rain. Lonely roads, they call my soul. Every scar, a story told. Hold me close, don't let me go. Through these lonely roads.
345가 오늘 345.5. 30분 봉은 이 자리에서 음봉 도지, 그리고 음봉 만들고 있어요. 45.5가 고점입니까 오늘?
Whispers in the midnight air. Your memory is everywhere. Love's a ghost I can't outrun.
자, 뭐 신고가 돌파 전에 이 장대 음봉 고점 388, 자상 최고가 394 돌파 못하고 지금 늘리고 있는 중.
Can't tell which road leads back to you. Lonely roads, they call my name. Through the dark, I feel the flame. Every step, I'm breaking chains, but I still hear you in the rain. Lonely roads, they call my soul. Every scar, a story told. Hold me close, don't let me go. Through these lonely roads. If I fall, you'll be there. If I fade, will you still care? Through the static, through the pain, I just want to hear your name. Only roads, they call my name. Through the dark, I feel the flame. Every step, I'm breaking chains, but I still hear
97.5까지 늘렸네. 애플만 오늘 좋습니다. 4.45. 나? 코코님 오늘 와 7,000원 컵라면 삼각김밥 90.75. 아, 더 늘릴 것 같은데 안 당하는 척 하다가. (89.25) 지키면서 90.7에서 반등 트라이. 이더요. 코인. 코인 시장도 안 좋구나. 나스닥이 뭐 이렇게 뭐 잘 가면 뭐해. 내가 갖고 있는 종목들이 안 좋아. 코인까지. 네. BOFA에서 거기가 어딥니까? 다음 달에 연준 대차 대조표 축소 위험이 더 높다. 파월이 거짓말했네 그러면. 이더리움 많이 빠지네. 315.5에서 깎고 아닙니다. (15.5에서) 누르는 거 좀 많은 것 같기도 하고. (15.5) 15점 조금만 반등해라. 307에서
매도 준비 접수되었습니다.
15.5 15.75 305.75까지 왔어. 떴네요. 10월에 연준이 대차 대조표 축소위원. 이번 달이죠. 10월이. 조만간 대차 대조표 축소 끝낸다 그랬어.
취소 준비 접수되었습니다.
올 것 같기도 하고.
매도 준비 접수되었습니다.
15.75.
매도 준비 재개되었습니다.
307.25. 세다. 안 꺾인다. (15.5) 위로 들어올리면 아우 커트하고 포기. 심심하네요. 살려주면 나와야죠.
Festival summer heat, lost in the crowd that we meet, dancing strangers in the night, everything just feels so right. Confetti falling from the sky, fireworks matching your eyes.
네, 내일은 날씨가 더 추워진다고 감기들 조심하셔야 돼. 312로 들어올려도 커트 안 돼.
매수 준비 체결되었습니다.
가을은 없다고 봐야지 이제. 가을이 없어진 나라야 이제.
Every artist, every song, with you is where I belong. Festival magic, you and me. Dancing around and running free, free. This is how it's meant to be. Free. Festival magic, destiny. Under lights and laser beams, beams. Living in our wildest dreams, dreams, dreams. Nothing's ever what it seems. Faster than the season. Feeling so alive. Live, live, you're my vibe. Let's take this ride, 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 ride by your side. Festival magic.
Drop the beat. Can't be beat. So sweet.
Festival magic.
Elite success on the final day. Don't want this to fade away. Make memories that will stay in my heart. You'll always play. Phone numbers exchanged how last this weekend went by too fast. From strangers to love so fast. Her bags being cast, wristbands on. Hearts alive as connections, one of a kind. And the music will combine our souls forever bind.
Next year we'll be back again, but now we're more than friends. This festival romance never ends. Our love transcends from campus to holding hands with castles in
90.25에서 반등 트라이 하려고. 이제 그런 그림으로. 그러면은 345.5보다 조금 더 들어 올렸다가 작다한 부분 360. 이 정도면 1.5%인데.
our paradise. Fights roll the dice. Festival magic.
지금 나스닥 선물장 1.29%, 본장은 다우 0.93%, S&P 1%, 나스닥 1.38%. 와, 러셀 2000 지수 양전하면서 1.45%까지 갔네. 중세요. 러셀 2000 지수, 빅스 지수 많이 빠지고 있고. 시장 분위기는 괜찮네요. 필라델피아 반도체 지수가 아까보다는 낙폭을 좀 줄이면서 브로드컴이 음전했네요. 마이너스 0.08. 필라델피아 반도체 지수 1.94%. 와, 오늘 AMD 좋네요. 4%. 브로드컴 마이너스 0.1, ASML 2%, AMD 4%, 퀄컴 2%, 마블 마이너스 1.4%, 온세미가 6.2%, 리사수가 대단해요. 젠슨왕이 리사수 밑에서 일을 했었어. 그렇죠. 1시 57분 뭐 2시 분봉이 직전 캔들 뭐 계속 횡보를 해놔서 직전 캔들도 요만한 크기에 양봉 도지. 요번 캔들도 그렇게 마감이 될 것 같아. 89.25 저점 지키면서 지금은 이제 90.75에서 또 반등 중. 319 이상 319 이상 가고 바텀 터치하면 또 양봉, 그 전에 음봉. 내일도 뭐 지표가 없어요. 그렇죠. 내일 지표 없고 뭐 없어요. 뭐 원로 연준이사 조금 그 전에 톤을 좀 바꿨어. 연준이장 후보에서 탈락했다 본인이 생각하면서 살짝 매파 발언 좀 하고 있어. 사람이 그렇습니까? 내일은 본장 마감 이후에 넷플릭스, 텍사스 인스트루먼트 이렇게 실적 발표. 제너럴 모터스하고 코카콜라 이런 것들은 뭡니까? 저 본장 전에 발표하겠죠. 어쨌든 나스닥하고 관련 있는 종목은 넷플릭스하고 텍사스 인스트루먼트.
Started with cup noodles at night. Now you're my morning light. From convenience store to so much more. You're what I've been looking for.
양봉으로 바통 터치 하겠네. 319 이상 가면 지금 317. 넷플릭스, 코카콜라, 필립 모리스, 로켓마틴, 뭐, 나스닥이랑 상관없는 종목. 필립 모리스 담배, 말보로 직접 발표해요. 중요한 거는 넷플릭스, 제너럴 일렉트릭, 에어로스페이스, 코카콜라, 로레아, 필립 모리스. 중요한 거는 넷플릭스 그리고 텍사스 인스트루먼트.
Love's in sight, shining bright. Midnight convenience are high.
음봉 마감했네요. 1시간 봉. 직전 텐데. 뭐 보이지도 않아. 도지. 징그럽게 지금 요 11시 40 몇 분부터 지금까지 이 자리에서 횡보죠. 자, 뭐 오늘 10월 20일 새로운 한 주의 시작 월요일 야간장 여기서 인사드리고 물러날게요. 아유, 오늘 고생 많으셨습니다. 본장 시작해서 반짝 어우 좀 움직이나 했더니 그 뒤로 11시 반 이후에 45분 이후에 아우 징글징글 횡보 그리고 그냥 끝나버리네요. 그쵸? 고생 많으셨습니다. 자, 남은 시간 모두 성타하시고 국밥 드시고 감기 조심하시고 내일 저녁 9시 반에 다시 뵐게요. 감사합니다. 자, 월요일 야간장 모두 고생 많으셨어요. 네, 감사합니다. 남은 시간 모두 성투하시고 국밥 되시고 내일 저녁 9시 다시 뵐게요. 자, 방송은 30분쯤 후에 종료할게요. 자, 내일 다시 뵙겠습니다. 내일 다시 봬요. See you. 뿅뿅뿅뿅뿅. 샹큐 감사. 자, 내일 뵐게요. 감사합니다.
Winking at the sky so high. The breeze is whispering a sweet goodbye. sorrow that you held so tight. Let them go and step into the light. Just breathe and smile, it's worth the while. Stack your dreams up in a pile. Life's a dance with a quirky style. Breathe and smile, yeah, breathe and smile. The clouds are painting stories in the blue. The world's a canvas waiting just for you. Don't need a compass to find your mark. Find your rhythm and ignite the spark. Just breathe and smile, it's worth a while. Stack your dreams up in a pile. Life's a dance with a quirky style. Breathe and smile, yeah, breathe and smile. When the days get heavy, feel the rain. It's just the rhythm washing the pain. Chase the thunder, make it your beat. Own your story, get back on your feet. Just breathe and smile, it's worth a while. Stack your dreams up in a pile. Life's a dance with a quirky style. Breathe and smile, yeah, breathe and smile. When the days get heavy, feel the rain. It's just the rhythm washing the pain. Chase the thunder, make it your beat. Own your story, get back on your feet. Just breathe and smile, it's worth a while. Stack your dreams up in a pile. Life's a dance with a quirky style. Breathe and smile, yeah, breathe and smile. The sun takes a bow as the sky burns red. Your heart beats loud, but it's filled with dread. The night feels heavy, like a hollow shrine. But I'm here to say that it'll be fine. The storms roll in and the winds collide. You're stuck in the chaos with no place to hide. The whispers of doubt are a mountain to climb, but just take my hand, it'll be fine. It'll be fine, just wait and see. The world will bloom like a cherry tree. In the darkest hours, your stars align. Hold on tight, because it'll be fine. Your tears fall fast like a crashing wave. You build a fortress, but it's fear you pave. The cracks in the wall let the sunlight shine. And I swear again that it'll be fine. Breathe in deep, let the shadows wane. Every storm ends, every wound heals pain. The clock ticks on and the world turns time. Hear my echo, it'll be fine. will bloom like a cherry tree. In the darkest hours, your stars align. Hold on tight because it'll be fine. Woke up today under the golden sun. A brand new story has just begun. Heartbeats racing like a melody. Life's a gift and it's all for me. Life is beautiful, can't you see? Dancing shadows under the cherry tree. Every breath a chance to soar. Life is beautiful, who could ask for more? Clouds may gather, but I won't fold. Diamonds shine, though they're born in the cold. Every step leads to something divine. Even the toughest road has a brighter sign. Life is beautiful, can't you see? Dancing shadows under the cherry tree. Every breath a chance to soar. Life is beautiful, who could ask for more? Through the highs and the lows we go, colors bursting in a twilight glow. The cracks let the light seep in. Every fall just makes us begin again. Life is beautiful, can't you see? Dancing shadows under the cherry tree. Every breath a chance to soar. Life is beautiful, who could ask for more? Woke up late, but the sun's still shining bright. just wanna see you rise. Every step you take sets the sky on fire. No mountains too tall, no dreams too high. You got this trust, the wings you fly. You got this wanna see you rise. Every step you take sets the sky on fire. No mountains too tall, no dreams too high. You got this trust, the wings you fly. Whoa, talk, the words just fade away. You're the spark, lighting up the whole damn day. When the weight gets heavy and your knees might shake, keep your head held high. When the road is long, it twists and turns. When the fire fades, but your heart still burns. When the clouds hang low and block the light, just know I'm here. I'll hold you tight. I'm always on your side through the highs and dips, through the monster waves and sinking ships. When the world feels cold and the stars collide, hold my hand, you'll see I'm always on your side, your side. When you trip and fall on the edge of doubt, when you're screaming loud but no words come out, when the shadows creep and fear takes hold, I'll be the warmth when the night turns cold. I'm always on your side through the highs and dips, through the monster waves and sinking ships. When the world feels cold and the stars collide, hold my hand, you'll see I'm always on your side, your side. Even in the dark, even when you're lost, when you're paying hope at its highest cost, I'll be your light, I'll guide your way. I won't let you be swept away. I'm always on your side through the highs and dips, through the monster waves and sinking ships. When the world feels cold and the stars collide, hold my hand, you'll see I'm always on your side, your side. Something good will happen soon. You can feel it in the air, dancing underneath the moon. Let go of every care. The coffee steams on a chipped gold rim. People whisper with their dreams too dim. Through the window, neon starts to hum. Every sip tastes like where I'm from. The waitress smiles, but her eyes don't speak. Worn out shoes in a long past week. She pours the stories in every cup, as if she's hoping they might wake up. In this cafe where the clock stands still, every moment feels like climbing a hill. Lonely hearts tap to the ceiling fan spin, chasing a life we've never been in. A man in the corner writes down a line. He's got no money, but he's got the time. Pencil smudges on his weary face, buying tomorrows in endless trace. The jukebox coughs out a melody cheap. There's an ache in the laughter you hear so deep. The sugar packets build castles of hope, but none of them steady while trying to cope. In this cafe where the clock stands still, every moment feels like climbing a hill. Lonely hearts tap to the ceiling fan spin, chasing a life we've never been in. won't outnumber. In the end, just like the weather, we will stand through it together. Yesterday's echoes still kiss my skin. Whispers of laughter where love had been. The moon hung low like a quiet spy. Your shadow lingers as days go by. Footsteps in puddles from rain long done, chasing the moments of a setting sun. Your voice, it hums in the rustling trees, a melody carried by autumn's breeze. Tender memories, they don't let go, they're stitched to my soul as the seasons flow. Like a movie reel stuck on rewind, they replay forever in my mind. Candlelit nights and your warm embrace, faded snapshots I can't replace. The scent of you still fills the air, a haunting ghost I didn't prepare. The clock may tick, but it won't erase the feel of your hand, the light in your gaze. Time doesn't heal, it only hides the ache of love that still resides. Tender memories, they don't let go, they're stitched to my soul as the seasons flow. Like a movie reel stuck on rewind, they replay forever in my mind. The clock may tick, but it won't erase the feel of your hand, the light in your gaze. Time doesn't heal, it only hides the ache of love that still resides. Tender memories, they don't let go, they're stitched to my soul as the seasons flow. Like chasing whispers in the quiet night, hold the edge of dawn so tight. drift like feathers on a silver stream.